Today's story is on a YouTuber that I'm positive no adult knows or cares about, but it's just been quite some time since our last meaningless YouTuber beef that I thought this one was at least worth talking about because it's a nice little treat. It's beginning to feel a lot like 2016 with this one. So to break down the situation briefly, two YouTubers were staying at the same haunted hotel that they were using for content, but then it leads to a bit of confrontation and then eventually just a truly sour relationship between them. And there's a lot of big YouTubers involved here, and it all leads to this giant fucking black hole of main character syndrome. So they all get aggressive and they all start filming each other, so they're saying all their aggressive shit towards their camera about one another. It's a big mess. It's very goofy. The main two players here in this soap opera are Brent Rivera, a channel with 25 million subs, and I guarantee you haven't heard of him if you're over the age of 18. Unless, of course, you're suffering from some psychological damage and actually enjoy watching an asshole babysit children, like actual kids, and for some reason make a lot of content specifically with 10 and 11-year-olds. His audience is very clearly like actual toddlers, like goo goo gaga, here comes the airplane with the vegetables level children. And a couple days ago, this tough guy puffed out his chest and threw down with another big YouTuber named Tyler Oliveira. And man, what a disaster that was. Now, I don't want it to get twisted here, I'll be very clear. I have no problem with people who make content catering to children. It's extremely smart to target that demographic because of how lucrative it is. But there has to be some level of self-awareness when you do that. Like, have some shame. You're not a tough guy like Brent Rivera pretends to be. Brent Rivera got confronted in the real world, and I'm using that word loosely because it wasn't really confronting. He got trolled in real life and just for some reason acted far stronger and more badass than he is. Like, bro, you make videos eating gum off of a child's shoe. Like, why are you going to try and pretend to be like this fucking man's man when met with controversy or when met with conflict in the real world? So it ended up being a horrible look for him when Tyler Oliveira accidentally became part of a Brent Rivera video. I'll go ahead and show you the video that started all of this. Tyler Oliveira was doing a piece of content at a haunted hotel. Brent Rivera was doing one as well. And the two worlds accidentally crossed paths.
That's Brent Rivera calling security and then the cops on me after I asked him this.
Do you fake your videos?
No.
It all started when I was staying at the Shining Hotel, came out of my room, and randomly found these two girls in the hallway.
What is happening?
This isn't important by any means, but it's always so weird to me why someone like Brent will claim they don't fake their videos. Like, even children don't care, man. You can just be honest. You don't have to lie. Like, he hired these two women to pretend to be like the little girls from The Shining, and he tries to play it off as like legitimate, I guess, for some reason, which makes no fucking sense at all. This is just a nitpick. It doesn't compute with me. Like, why even bother lying about that? No one's being fooled, not even like an actual glue-eating 4-year-old. Like, there's no shot. You can just be honest. Plus, that kid's also probably not watching a Tyler Oliveira video in the first place anyway. Your secret's probably still going to be safe.
Please check that one in the video where he's pranking.
Who?
You'll see.
Who are you people?
What do you mean?
What is your name?
Brent.
Brent? Brent? Last name? Rivera. What is your name?
Dom.
Name?
Drew.
What are you guys filming?
Hotel video.
What is this? Who are you guys? Are you guys hired by the Brent Rivera group?
Maybe.
Okay, anyways.
You can immediately see Tyler's being very opportunistic about all of this. They just happened to both be on the same floor and they were filming this video, and Tyler walked out legitimately right in it, like a pedestrian about to get hit by a fucking car in a crosswalk. But instead of a car in this situation, it's cringe. He's getting absolutely blasted by cringe beams from all directions, and he tries to make the most out of the situation. So he takes advantage of this by directly going to Brent Rivera and his team and busting their balls about the whole thing, which leads to everyone's ham getting steamed. Everyone gets very upset. Tyler's like, oh, what's your name? Brent Rivera. Did he hire you guys? Is this all fake? Is this all a sham, a ruse, a scam? And, you know, I can understand that being a bit of a nuisance from Brent Rivera's perspective. Like, damn, this guy's just coming over here, like, all up in our shit and just, like, interrogating us when we're just trying to film this piece of kids content. Like, it can absolutely be a headache, but the way Brent handles it is atrocious. He starts, like, shaming him for using an iPhone, shaming their equipment, At one point, someone on his team belittles his subscriber number. Like, he couldn't have looked worse in this situation if he tried.
So aware that I was in the middle of a fake YouTube prank, I wanted to see if Brent would admit it, because we all know his videos are fake and he steals everyone's ideas.
I have a question for you guys. Do you guys hire these people?
We don't know who those people are.
And unsurprisingly, they made a cameo in Brent's newest video. It's almost like they know each other.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you fake your videos?
No. Do you fake your videos?
No.
Film on an iPhone.
There's a big who gives a fuck moment. As Tyler even mentions, everyone knows he fakes his videos, steals ideas, steals thumbnails. Like, everyone knows that. So why do you need to get him to admit it? It wouldn't change anything. And it's not exactly like a great video either. He's just doing this to instigate a conflict, obviously. And Brent Rivera just keeps escalating it. So they both play into each other here. Like fucking piranhas, and they're sniffing clout in the water. Brent Rivera, though, however, is a very fucking dumb piranha, and it all backfires on him.
Alright, okay. Have fun, guys.
I don't know what's going on here.
Oh god, Brent Rivera's right there.
Hey, go have fun with your 100 subscribers, bud.
We get that louder.
You don't have a directional mic on that camera?
I don't know how people haven't realized that insulting someone's subscriber number, financial well-being, and all of that is just an instant L. Like, somehow, people will still say some shit like that guy who said, have fun with your 100 subscribers, bud, with their whole chest. Like, they'll just let that shit rip, not knowing or being completely oblivious to how awful that makes you look. You lose the second you go there. You look like an insufferable douchebag asshole, like just a fucking pure colonostomy bag of a person. Like, it's outrageous that people still do it. Like, shaming him for using an iPhone, insulting his mics, which they also bring up, is everything. Is so weird. Now, I want to make it clear, Tyler's not even following them around. He's on a tour. He's on his way to the tour, and Brent Rivera's crew just snipes him on the way by and hits him with, like, drive-by kindergarten insults.
Hey, we're filming our thing. You film yours. Okay?
Yeah,
Let's not be.
Okay, that's reasonable.
Let's not be disrespectful, okay?
Well, you guys shit talking the iPhone,
I don't
though.
appreciate the disrespect.
What disrespect? I literally walked out of my hotel room and nearly had a heart attack.
Why did you walk up to us, like, enter our space?
I paid $400 a night for the hotel. What do you mean?
Yeah, but if we were normal guests, that would
Whoa.
Brent Rivera's henchmen, sidekicks, are already being disrespectful to Tyler, as Brent Rivera has also already been, and yet he still tries to be, like, the moral authority here. The girl does make a good point, like, hey, you did come up in our shit, but then she immediately follows it up with, if we were normal guests. So putting themselves on a higher pedestal than normal people. How can people not recognize that you are an asshole for saying shit like that? You're a narcissist. Like, oh, if we were normal guests, this behavior would be acceptable for the plebeians, which we are not. Look at the subscriber count that we have.
Normal guess. You think you're elevated beyond an average human being? You've ascended the human. Wait, what are you? Wait, who are you?
You're harassing our tours.
No.
You need to back up right now.
Come on.
Dude, get moving.
Have fun, guys.
We're not harassing. I want to say hi to my favorite YouTuber, Brent Rivera. Who totally doesn't fake his videos, and it's totally awesome.
Hi. Why are you having trouble speaking?
I'm nervous in front of my idols. What do you mean?
Get out of here. All right, yeah, kick him out, bro.
Isn't that so inspiring? Brent Rivera is starting to chirp up a little bit now that security's there to make sure Tyler can't get close enough to Brent. So then he starts insulting him for fumbling words, I guess, even though I didn't notice him fumble any words. Weird thing to try and stand on, but whatever, I guess.
Anyways, great tour. We're back. Apparently, is it true you kissed your sister, Brent? You're gonna get us kicked out? You're that powerful? Yes. He'll let us stay. That was nice. So I start walking to my room, grateful for Brent's mercy. Brent, is that you? It was him. They were all staring at us and filming us on, guess what, an iPhone. Are you recording us? Did you guys film your video?
The pettiness just keeps going and going and going. It's all so fucking meaningless. The kiss your sister comment, obviously, of course, now just taking jabs at Brent because everything's bubbled over like a bad stew. And Brent and his crew are now recording him and saying he's lame and shit for their own TikToks or whatever. God, it's so goofy.
Did you guys finish your video?
No.
Oh, we're not gonna be able to finish it then.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, they're gonna come and get you guys. They're gonna kick you out.
What do you mean? We paid
Alright.
$375, Brent.
I'm sorry.
I'm not as rich as you, Brent.
This is the third time harassing us. Don't harass.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You recorded me.
I'm recording you because you guys are coming up to us
Oh, okay.
every single second.
Whoa, we walked in. We're on the same floor.
It's super possible a lot of shit's edited out of Tyler's video, but everything that's here is them just literally having crossed paths and then both parties insulting each other. Like, it doesn't seem like Tyler goes out of his way, especially here in the hallway. They opened the door twice as Tyler was going to the room. That's entirely Brent Rivera and his crew playing fucking peekaboo like it's a goddamn episode of Scooby-Doo with the door opening and closing and then filming him. Now, maybe Tyler did go out of his way a couple times elsewhere that's not in the video. I guess it's possible. But it's also not like he was doing a ton of harassing of them that I've seen here, aside from the initial confrontation, which Tyler obviously leaned into and walked up to them in order to fucking troll them right to their face. Like, that one, Tyler did start for sure, but Brent and his crew were the ones that continued it, at least from everything that's present here. Of course, it is possible that there's a lot we don't see, but there's not like a hero in this story either. Both parties don't look good, but Brent Rivera and his team look significantly worse.
Cooperative and compliant with us, and I appreciate you being reasonable about it.
For sure. My apologies. Sorry, guys.
All right.
It ends as you'd expect. Brent does get them kicked out. The cops do show up, and I'm sure Brent finished that video and it sucks. I guarantee that shit is trash. But that's the conclusion here. Just some petty YouTuber beef that I thought was just at least silly enough to talk about. That's about it. See ya.